predictable. This is exactly why the Israelites kept saying they wanted to go back to Egypt. They were free, but they did not feel safe. And that is trauma. Trauma will make familiar bondage feel safer than unfamiliar freedom. So, what does God do? God gives them manna, daily bread, daily provision, not the whole plan, not the full blueprint, just enough for today. Because the wilderness trains the body to trust divine presence over control. And this is where the law comes in. Before the Son of Man, the law was external structure, okay? It was a container of sorts, right? A guardian, a scaffolding around a damaged house, you being that damaged house, that vessel. People had to leave Egypt, but Egypt had not fully left them. They still needed outer structure because they had not yet learned inner government. But then Christ comes, and Christ does not destroy the law, Christ fulfills it. In other words, Moses brings the tablets. Christ becomes the living tablet. Moses brings instruction. Christ becomes embodiment. Moses shows the map. Christ becomes the way. The law says, do not murder. Christ says, let me deal with the hatred in your heart. The law says, do not commit adultery. Christ says, let me deal with your distorted desire beneath the action. The law says, keep the Sabbath. Christ says, I am your rest. So the wilderness stage is where your old identity is dying, but your new identity is not fully yet stabilized. You are no longer Egypt. But you are not yet the promised land. You are in the in-between. In quantum physics, this is what we call the void, the liminal space. You are in the in-between because Moses represents the stage of external mediation. He can lead you out. He can give you instruction. He can give you divine order, but the wilderness leader cannot be the promised land leader. It's impossible. I hope you're following. The part of you that survives cannot be the part of you that inherits, right? That is why Joshua comes next. Joshua represents the embodied will, the part of you that says, I heard God, now I move. So Egypt was the breach. The Red Sea was the separation. The wilderness was the detox. The law was the container. Christ was the embodiment.